I was singing the New Year yesterday afternoon, and I got it as like impressions. The experience. It was a set of impressions, one after the other, like a comic book. I was in I think I was underground, and it was like a rocky. It was like I was in like a cave, and it was all red, like the color of clay, like red rock. And it had light in there. It had like I don't know if it was a fluorescent bulb, but I couldn't see a light. But they definitely had a light in there. It was like like a big bulb, but I couldn't see a bulb. I could just see the light coming. But that was like encased in the rock, if you know what I mean. I couldn't see the light, but there was definitely light coming out of this rock at the top above my head. And there was a sleeve stack, and I didn't know it was there at first. This little alien dude, this greeny brown lizard dude. And I've seen him on telly. I've seen him on a film, and it was called the sleeve stack. And he called him a sleeve stack, but he says the vril, VRILL. Well, anyway, one of these vril sleeve stack, about 3.5, not even 4 foot. It wasn't even 4 foot tall. Because I was sat down, he hit me on the shoulder, and he just walked off in front of me, like went down this alleyway. So I followed him, and he just brought me to another room, and it was just all crystals. He's like the quartz, the underground quartz, what he got in South America, somewhere in some cave. It was just that, but obviously it wasn't as big. But it was just all these it was just quartz, these big quartz crystals in the wall. And then I just went to it, and I put my hands on it, and I started singing the new sound, and it all went blue. And then that was it. That was the end of the experience. Well, the impressions. That was it yesterday afternoon.
Mr. Pearce, was that you were sitting somewhere outside? That was in the physical? It wasn't in your real side, it was here, huh?
It was just there, yeah. It was well, I wouldn't it was just the impressions of it, like I said, Duane. It just comes to me like basically where I'm sitting now, I was sat here, and I was just, that's how it came to me. And it's like a comic book, like slides or something. It was just that, it just showed me one after the other like that. And then I was on these crystals singing. And then that was it, yeah, they all went like blue. And at the top there was it was like electric charges of like gold coming off the crystal, but in the crystal it looked like white, like white lightning going on. But when it left the crystal and went like gold, like lightning. It's amazing, yeah. Yesterday afternoon.
Well, again, these things are all part of the technology here. We can get thrilled over these experiences, or we really take a look at them. So again, figuring out in your own way, in your own intuitive way, track this down, etc. Because these are little hints to you, but we have to decide. I had to, I can just go, oh wow, that's a far experience, and that was far out, or I do something about it, which I did, which I got Sandy and Claudia together, etc. And then for years we had experiences, but they stepped back, of course. But Rebazar and Paul were there, step at a time on the real side, lined up all these ships with put the Queen of Orion away, lined up all the ships with the Palladians and the others, kind of like the homeless reptilians that were on the planet where the Queen of Orion were. They were all glad to get out of there. As things take a shift, and things get close, just like the funding that I've done, it gets close and it goes to the wayside, it gets close. Well, it's agreement. Again, many people say, oh yeah, we want to do that, let's do it, whatever. But when it really comes down to it, they don't want to do it, and they step back and they're afraid. Just like Count Albert, the richest Chinese family in the world that I had contact with. After 4 years, he still stepped back, and on the real side, I saw him the night before he left, totally arrogant. Again, it was all about him, and he just tried to fool me, etc. And, these people had the opportunity. So these are opportunities. Every time that you see these things, I take advantage of it, whatever. Sometimes I make pictures of it, because they are little hints, and this is what we get while we're here to take part in this. But if we just scoff them off as a regular experience or this or that, well, that's all you have nothing, or you go in on it. Just like Tesla, when he saw things, he went and invented it. He did it, you see? And look at all the things that he invented because he saw these things. And he never did prototypes because he could see it. and he followed through and he did something. So that's my suggestion for everybody that's here. Look at whatever your experience is. Don't just lip service, talk about it or make comments about it, or I had this experience, it's far out, whatever. That's baby brain stuff. The thing is, do something, step up. The world's dying, you're here, and it's going to matter. And when you go to the real side, you'll see if you've earned your way or not. And don't expect to just hop into the real universes because Rebusar and the boys. Forget it. It ain't going to happen. You have to earn your way, just like anything, just like a soldier has to earn their stripes. And so I'm showing everybody how to do this every single moment. And it's every single moment. You have to learn that nowness and to recognize this and to step up and stand real with all life. It's time to do it. So, yes, that's your adventure there, Mr. Pearce, and a whole lot more. You decide how you're going to put that together. But again, you've got Kevin there. You got Peter. You guys create a team. This is what I do. And then I get other people together like Mother Mary and with the Iranians, etc. And they're doing great. So it's a step at a time. And now we face it all because it's right in our face. It's very, very real. You see what the world's doing. And the bad guys, they want help. So how is it that you're going to figure this out and do your part over there? So, I can't be everywhere. I do what I do here and then just spread it out, etc. And so the Rebusar and the boys. And what you want to do, too, when you meet these aliens or whatever, first thing you want to do is introduce them to the new you and introduce them to Paul Rebusar and Duane Ava on the real side. Okay, you want to make that introduction. There's an old saying, you'll see it in the movie sometimes, where two people start talking to each other and one person will say, I don't think we've been properly introduced, you see. And this is how the guides are. They are there. Don't expect they're just going to jump up and do it. Sometimes they do. It just depends. Maybe they've known the person from past lives, but all of a sudden, if they're new, an introduction has to take place. So look at the protocol that you have to go through and the steps. It's very, very important. And I've learned this. This is what I do with the procedures in the business world, the funding, etc. I have a protocol that I go by because you just don't jump in there and say, I want the money. It doesn't work like that. And this is the same way here. These are touchy things. And these individuals, they have their own routines and their own lifestyle, etc. So little by little, we show them something real because, again, this is all they've got because this place is imploding.
Thank you for listening to this video. And if you want to hear more, subscribe to my channel to find further recordings and to keep you updated with all the latest new presentation videos. Duane the Great Writer is making himself available for those who want to know more and see more and be more than just having another ordinary, unaware life on this purposely poisoned planet. Create your new session with Duane the Great Writer and discuss any topic you like. Here are some examples to discuss: personal, financial, relationships, dreams, government, 5G, GMO, chemtrails, vaccines, HARP, military, secret service, spying, subliminal taplining, conspiracy, angels, gods, fairies, ghosts, aliens, reptilians, religious, spiritual, governments, monarchy, and anything that pertains to what you are experiencing in this creation bubble, and also the real universes of real freedom. Learn to get your own answers. New sessions start at 30 minutes at $1. $1 into PayPal a minute, and can be as much time as needed. And yes, the way Duane writes his new words refers to something more than what is known here, and this is where you decide to recognize what is real now with all life, or continue on as you have, with just another personal life in an aging body form. Contact Kevin Smith UK and Dean Val USA on Facebook and YouTube. Additionally, an official new presentation club is now available. The New Awareness Club. Membership to which is $1 per month through PayPal. Click on the New Awareness website link below the description of this video, and from there navigate to the forum site and register there, which serves as a home base for the club.